G'day, welcome to my kitchen. I could have cleaned up, but I haven't. What I did want to talk about today was intimacy. Not just sex. Intimacy is a much broader term. What it means is all those things that you do with your partner through the day that connect you to that partner. The sneaky little kiss that you do here in the kitchen, the little tap on the arse as she's walking by, the kiss goodbye when you're leaving to work. They're the things that make up intimacy. And yeah, sex is part of that as well, but they're the main issues. That whole dynamic about what's happening in your life comes under the umbrella term of intimacy. Everybody has different levels of desire, different levels of need for sex, for closeness, for companionship in their relationship. When there's a mismatch, when one of you wants that intimacy and they're not getting it, that's a sign that something's happening in your relationship. Then that's not what's wrong with your relationship, it's a sign that something's wrong with your relationship. Intimacy, sex, it's a great bioindicator. It tells you how the relationship's traveling. If it drops out, if there's a mismatch between you in your desire, it's a sign that something's going wrong with the relationship, something that needs to be addressed. When my phone goes flat, there's some things that I could do. I could warm it up, I could put it in the sun, and that might just give it enough charge to get it going for a little while, but it's not going to be a permanent fix. There's lots of other things that you can do in your relationship which will give you a little bit of a boost, might get you some more intimacy in the short term, but they're probably not going to address the bigger picture issues of what's going on in your life. So what are these things? I can hear you desperately trying to Google them now. Well, here's a couple to start with. The first one is put your phone down. When you're with your partner, be with your partner. Engage them, talk to them, ask them questions. Get that level of connection between you. That's definitely going to increase the level of intimacy in your relationship. Another thing that you can do is get rid of the alcohol. Alcohol is a massive barrier to intimacy. Not only does it affect your sexual capacity, your ability to perform, it prevents a barrier. They can't see who you really are when you've had too much alcohol in your system. So put the bottle down, put the phone down, smile, and talk to your partner. Okay, you did want to know what would produce an immediate boost to your relationship. One thing you could try is to send your partner a dirty text. So different, so surprising. Send them a text at work. Tell them exactly what you intend to do with them that night. Let me know how that works out for you. All of these things are hopefully going to give you a short-term boost. They're going to recharge your life, your intimate life, just that little bit. But they won't provide that longer-term solution. If you're not having enough intimacy, if there's a mismatch between you, there's something else happening in your relationship, and that needs to be explored. And quite often you're going to need professional help to do that. You can reach out to us here at Straight Talk Australia Counselling. Check us out on our website, which is stac.au, stac.au. Being in relationships is a team sport. Intimacy is being a team sport. You have to turn towards each other. You can't do this on your own. You have to be able to discuss these issues. Uncomfortable, embarrassing, sure. But if I can do it in my kitchen, then I'm pretty sure that you can do it with somebody that you love. The stress of life, the friction of life, the things that happen to you on a day-to-day basis are passion killers. If you think that talking dirty involves why haven't you taken out the bin tonight, that's not going to achieve the outcome that you might have hoped. The friction of life is a passion killer, and it needs to be left behind when you're heading for the bedroom. So how then can we deal with some of those bigger issues? So what happens in relationships is that the stress builds. When you're having an argument with your partner, it's rarely about the topic that you're actually talking about. It's the stress that's built over a week. You're going along, everything's okay, and your partner doesn't stack the dishwasher the way you might have liked it to be. A little bit of tension starts to creep into the relationship. A couple of days later, he leaves some towels on the bathroom floor. Okay, now things are starting to pick up in the relationship. The tension's starting to get a little bit warm, a little bit palpable. He doesn't respond to your text during the day. You're really not a big fan of that, and that's added on to those other stacks of tension in the relationship. And then finally, he's knocked you back for sex. You've asked for it, or you've put on the clues and he hasn't responded in that way. You're having a massive argument at that point. It's not about the sex. It's about not putting out the bins. It's about the dishwasher. It's about not filling up the car with fuel. All of those issues through the week build and build and build until you're having an almighty argument, but it's not about what you think. So you've got all this tension, this domestic tension that's been building. So what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm glad you asked. There's one technique which you could try, turn towards each other, help each other out. It's called the relationship download. And how that works is probably about once a week. I don't know that you'd have enough issues to do it more often than that, but once a week you have a relationship download. Friday night you sit down and you take it in turns, you toss a coin. Whoever goes first gets to talk about everything that's happened during their relationship in that week, good and bad. They can talk about how nice it was when you went out to dinner. They can talk about how unhappy they were when the dishwasher wasn't packed the way they wanted. It's an opportunity to get those things off your chest in a calm way, not in an argumentative way. You're not hoping that they're going to suddenly go, oh, well, I won't be doing that again. I won't leave those towels on the floor. It's just that opportunity to get that shit off your liver and be able to say what's really going on for you. The only thing that your other partner can do to assist you is to ask you at the end of that, is there anything else? Is there anything else that you wanted to say? So that they get the full chance to say everything that they want in the relationship download, and then turn around and the other person gets their time for as long as they need. And at the end, all you say is there anything else? And then when that's done, it's done. You move on with the rest of your night. The tension's gone out of your relationship. Give it a go, the relationship download. You'd probably need to do it at least every week for at least a month to get an idea of it. Some people even have to sit with their chairs back to each other because they can't look each other in the eye and see what that sort of response that their partner's going to give them. The relationship download. Give it a go. There's a point to a relationship. There's a reason for it to be. And the reason for a relationship is to put the other person first. That's how relationships are bonded. That's how they grow. That's how they persist over time. When you put the needs of your partner above your own, the relationship will blossom. And it's a reciprocal thing. You turn towards each other. So your partner will do the same for you. They will provide you in equal measure with as much support, love, and encouragement as you give out. You get back what you give out. The purpose of a relationship is to put the other's needs ahead of yourself. I hope that some of the things that have been discussed in this video are useful to you. Let me know if you think they work. Thanks so much.